Imagine this. A woman meets a man who doesn't chase her, doesn't seek validation, and remains an enigma. She can't quite figure him out, and that drives her crazy. Why do women find Sigma males so fascinating yet frustrating at the same time? Sigma males operate in a way that disrupts the typical dating script, and women secretly love it, even if they won't admit it. Women are naturally drawn to the mysterious, the unpredictable, and the self-sufficient. Yet when it comes to Sigma males, their attraction is laced with confusion, curiosity, and sometimes frustration. Today, we're diving into what women secretly think about Sigma males but would never say out loud. As Carl Jung once said, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Sigmas have that exact effect on women, a mix of intrigue, challenge, and transformation. Number 1. Why doesn't he chase me? Women are conditioned to expect men to chase them. It's been ingrained in dating culture for centuries. From fairy tales to modern romance, the idea of a man persistently pursuing a woman is, but when a Sigma male enters the picture, he disrupts that expectation entirely. Unlike traditional men who seek validation through attention or conquest, the Sigma male operates on a different frequency. He doesn't chase because he doesn't have to. His confidence comes from within, not from external approval. This creates a paradox. By refusing to pursue, he becomes even more desirable. Psychologically, people value what is scarce. Studies in behavioral psychology suggest that when something is harder to obtain, it is perceived as more valuable. When a Sigma male remains indifferent to the usual dating games, women instinctively feel the need to win him over. Women find themselves questioning, why isn't he constantly texting me? Why isn't he prioritizing me over everything else? The answer is simple. Sigma males operate with purpose. They are focused on their goals, ambitions, and personal growth, and they won't compromise their mission for superficial validation. This isn't to say they don't form deep connections. On the contrary, when a Sigma male chooses to engage, it's because he genuinely wants to, not because he feels obligated. And that authenticity makes his presence even more magnetic. While most men are busy chasing, the Sigma male naturally attracts. His mystery, independence, and self-sufficiency create an aura that intrigues and challenges women. In a world where attention is often given too freely, his restraint makes him stand out, and that ultimately is why he doesn't need to chase, because he already commands attention without even trying. Number 2, I can't control him. Most men, whether they admit it or not, crave some form of external validation. It could be through social status, approval from peers, or even subtle affirmations from women. This need for validation influences their choices, making them more susceptible to societal expectations. But Sigma males operate on an entirely different frequency. They don't seek approval because they don't need it. Their confidence isn't built on external reinforcement, but on internal certainty. This level of independence is rare, and women take notice. On one hand, they admire it because it signals strength, self-sufficiency, and emotional control qualities that evolutionary psychology suggests are highly attractive. Studies on mate selection indicate that women are drawn to men who display high status and autonomy, traits that Sigmas naturally embody. But here's the twist. This same independence can also frustrate women. Why? Because they can't easily influence or shape a Sigma to fit their expectations. Unlike other men who might adjust their behavior to please a partner, the Sigma male remains steadfast in his identity. He's not playing games, he's not seeking approval, and he's certainly not willing to compromise his values for anyone. This combination of self-assurance and unshakable independence is both maddening and intoxicating. Women respect it even if it challenges them. They are drawn to his mystery, yet perplexed by his emotional distance. It's why a Sigma male can attract attention without even trying, because true confidence isn't loud, it's magnetic. Number 3, he's so mysterious, and I love it. There's an undeniable power in mystery. A man who doesn't reveal everything at once creates an allure that is both intriguing and irresistible. Sigma males understand this instinct. They don't feel the need to overshare, boast, or seek validation. Instead, they let their actions speak for themselves, leaving people, especially women, curious and wanting more. Psychology backs this up. Studies show that unpredictability can heighten attraction. When a woman can't easily read a man, her mind naturally works overtime trying to understand him. This process, called the Zeigarnik effect, suggests that people remember and fixate on unfinished business. A Sigma male's mysterious nature leaves unanswered questions, making a woman more invested in figuring him out. But the real magic: the more she tries to uncover his depths, the more intrigued she becomes. Unlike men who overshare or constantly seek attention, Sigmas remain calm, composed, and selective with their words. This makes their presence feel rare and valuable, something to be earned, not freely given. Throughout history, some of the most influential men like James Dean, Bruce Lee, and even Albert Einstein had an air of mystery that fascinated the world. Their quiet confidence, independence, and depth made them unforgettable. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding that true confidence doesn't need constant validation. The Sigma male's energy speaks for itself. He doesn't chase, he attracts. And that's what keeps people coming back for more. Number 4. He's different from every guy I've met. Women are naturally drawn to mystery, and Sigma males embody that enigma effortlessly. Unlike the stereotypical nice guy who seeks approval or the overconfident bad boy who thrives on dominance, Sigma males operate on an entirely different level. They are independent thinkers, self-sufficient, and unfazed by societal expectations. This unpredictability makes them incredibly intriguing. Psychologically, people are wired to be more attracted to what they can't fully understand. It's called the uncertainty principle of attraction. When someone is hard to read, they become more captivating. Sigma males don't follow the traditional dating script. They don't chase, beg for attention, or conform to social norms just to fit in. Instead, they move with quiet confidence, making women wonder, what's he thinking? What's his next move? This level of mystery triggers dopamine release in the brain, the same chemical responsible for excitement and pleasure. When a woman can't predict a Sigma male's behavior, it creates an emotional high that keeps her engaged. Unlike predictable men, who are easy to figure out, a Sigma male's independence and self-sufficiency make him a puzzle she wants to solve. Even in relationships, Sigma males don't operate on neediness or validation. They don't feel pressured to impress or conform, which ironically makes them even more attractive. A woman might expect a man to respond a certain way, but when a Sigma remains calm, composed, and detached from drama, it keeps her invested. Ultimately, the reason women find Sigma males so fascinating is because they break the mold. They aren't trying to fit in or seek validation, they simply are. And in a world where most people are predictable, a Sigma's ability to remain an enigma makes him unforgettable. Number 5. I feel safe around him. Despite their detached demeanor, Sigma males have a silent but undeniable presence that commands attention. Unlike the loud and boastful alpha, a Sigma doesn't need to prove himself to anyone. His confidence isn't loud, it's felt. His strength isn't aggressive, it's steady. This is what makes him so intriguing. Psychologically, humans are drawn to stability and certainty. Studies on body language and social dynamics reveal that true confidence is communicated not through words, but through controlled movements, unwavering eye contact, and a composed attitude. Sigmas master this effortlessly. Their quiet strength signals a deep sense of self-assurance, making them naturally magnetic. Women in particular are drawn to this energy. Unlike men who try too hard to impress with flashy gestures, a Sigma doesn't need to prove his worth, he just is. His protective aura isn't forced. He isn't chasing validation, yet his presence alone offers a sense of security. This paradox makes him both mysterious and irresistible. While others rely on bravado and dominance, a Sigma's power lies in his ability to remain calm under pressure, to think rather than react, and to lead without seeking approval. He doesn't flaunt his strength, he embodies it, and that is what makes him unforgettable. Number 6. He's unaffected by my games. Let's be real, many women test men, often subconsciously, to gauge their confidence, emotional control, and self-respect. It's called shit testing in psychology. a term describing small challenges women use to see if a man is easily shaken or stands firm in his identity. Most men react emotionally, they argue, seek validation, or try to prove themselves. But a Sigma male, he does none of that. He remains unfazed, detached, and unbothered. If a woman disrespects him, he won't waste time debating or justifying himself. He simply walks away, signaling that he has options and refuses to entertain disrespect. This response leaves women stunned. Why? Because it's rare. In a world where most men crave approval, a man who values himself above external validation is an enigma. And paradoxically, women respect him more for it. They recognize that he operates on a different level, one where confidence isn't loud but silently unshakable. Number 7. He makes me work for his attention. Most men believe that constant compliments and excessive attention will win a woman over. They think that by showering her with admiration, she will reciprocate their feelings. But psychology tells a different story. People tend to value what is rare and difficult to obtain. This is where Sigma males operate differently. Sigmas don't seek validation, nor do they hand it out freely. They understand that genuine attraction isn't built on words alone, but on presence, mystery, and self-respect. Unlike most men who are quick to impress, a Sigma male is selective with his energy. He doesn't chase. He attracts. This psychological dynamic is backed by the scarcity principle, which states that people desire what they perceive as rare or exclusive. When a woman realizes she must earn a Sigma's attention, rather than simply receiving it by default, she naturally values it more. She becomes more invested, intrigued, and appreciative of his presence. Moreover, Sigma males operate with an abundance mindset. They don't pedestalize any one person because they already know their worth. This quiet confidence makes them stand out, making their approval all the more meaningful. Women can sense when a man is self-sufficient and not desperately seeking external validation. In the end, a Sigma male's restraint isn't about playing games, it's about maintaining self-respect. He is not emotionally unavailable, but he refuses to waste his time on anything that doesn't align with his values. And that's exactly why his presence carries more weight than 100 empty compliments from the average man. Number 8. I can't stop thinking about him. At the end of the day, the biggest secret women won't admit. A Sigma male gets under their skin. They might act indifferent, but deep down his presence lingers in ways most men can't replicate. Why? Because Sigma males break the mold. Unlike the typical alpha who demands attention or the beta who seeks approval, the Sigma moves in silence. He doesn't chase, he attracts. His independence, self-sufficiency, and air of mystery make women curious, intrigued, and most importantly, emotionally invested. Psychologically, people desire what they can't fully understand. The Sigma male operates in a way that keeps a woman guessing. He's unpredictable, yet deeply self-assured. He listens more than he speaks, making his words carry more weight. Unlike men who try too hard to impress, a Sigma's confidence is effortless. Research in attraction science suggests that unpredictability fuels emotional attachment. Studies show that when a woman can't predict a man's next move, she's more likely to. The Sigma male embodies this naturally. His detached presence and ability to walk away make him even more magnetic. Once a woman has encountered a Sigma male, the experience doesn't fade. Whether it's his ability to remain unaffected, his calm under pressure, or his refusal to conform, he leaves an imprint. Unlike other men who try to please, he remains true to himself, making his presence irreplaceable. This is why, even after he's gone, a woman will find herself replaying moments in her mind, wondering what made him so different. And that's the power of the Sigma male. He doesn't need to demand attention because his absence speaks louder than words. You don't need to change who you are to fit someone else's expectations. Women may not always admit it, but your independence, mystery, and self-sufficiency make you stand out in a way that few men ever do. So keep being the man who doesn't chase, who doesn't seek validation, and who lives life on his own terms. Because at the end of the day, it's not about being liked by everyone, it's about being respected by the right one. If you enjoyed this breakdown of what women secretly think about Sigma males, make sure to like, subscribe, and join this community. Apply these Sigma male qualities to your life for impactful living. Having said this,